You want to know what Nintendo and Canada Dry have in common? The use of cheap tactics in order to sell their stuff. I mean, I didn't say this was bad. In fact, I quite like it. This is my 4th can within the last hour. Never mind, it's my 5th. I love diabetes!
Hi, yes. The Nintendo 3DS. This thing is like a baby to me. Even if I didn't get one until the golden age of 2016, I had a bunch of fun games, like Super Mario 3D Land, Kirby Triple Deluxe, and Tomodachi Life, which are all great, but I think we should go back to the year of 2011. You got home with a brand new Nintendo 3DS at lunch, and you got Pilot Wings Resort, Nintendogs and Cats. Street. I heard that one was pretty good, actually. My point being, the launch lineup sucked more than every time I've gotten Frostbite, which is multiple for me, surprisingly. Though at some point you just wonder, what else can I do with my Nintendo 3DS? Then you look over you and you find some stupid cards. These, my man, are the gateway to the AR cards application. These were just sort of the type of thing that you would just pick up and play for like 5 to 15 minutes and then just never pick them up again until you were bored some other day.
Oh my gosh.
5 years later.
AR technology so gosh darn
Basically,
much.
I'm just saying these are useless.
Oh gosh darn, I'm bored. Here on Meta Robert, though, we discuss the weird, the forgotten, and some other random third thing that I can't exactly name. This is Nintendo's history with AR technology on the Nintendo 3DS. Nintendo, ever since its 1985 success, the Nintendo Entertainment System, has always been trying to innovate with only the weirdest and wackiest of things. They've attempted virtual reality with the Virtual Boy in 1995, motion control with the Power Glove and the Wii, and even glasses-free 3D since the GameCube's inception. So with Nintendo being, well, you know, Nintendo and AR gaming growing at this time, well, we sorta know what comes next after this. It was just sort of natural now. They packaged 2 apps with the Nintendo 3DS that utilize this new technology, AR cards and face raiders. First, we should check out AR cards. In this app, you use this question card to get started. Once you start up, you can pick from 4 games? I mean, 2 are actually games, while the other 2 are just photo application things. They are Archery, AR Shot, Me Picks, and Star Picks. All of them are very self-explanatory and easy to pick up and play. If you beat the Archery and AR Shot games, you unlock Fishing and Graffiti. Yeah, I can definitely see where people are coming from. I'm not saying this is bad per se, but with a basic application like this, you really have to weigh the benefits. Yeah, you have something to slap on the box, but like, who's actually gonna care after 10 minutes? Especially with how underdeveloped this idea was. Surprisingly, many more of these cards were made. I mean, they have this, like, Photos of Mario series, packaged with certain eShop cards in Japan, a Kid Icarus Uprising series, and even Hatsune Miku cards. These must have really taken off. The thing is, though, at least according to this person, they were packed in the cases of certain 3DS games. No wonder I did not know Bravely Default cards existed until when I started researching this video. Jeez, they made a lot more cards than I ever imagined. Surprised they never made Pokemon cards and did something with that. I would have loved to see something like they did with the Nintendo e-reader back in the day, like little games and info on the Pokemon. There was honestly a lot of missed potential here, though we haven't even talked about face raiders yet, have we? In face raiders, you raid faces.
It's honestly just another small, insignificant experience. You shoot balls at faces. I mean, not much to it except for the use of AR technology is actually much more impressive. This time you can just go all over your house and look really dumb. Turns out there was actually a game that made use of this technology, and it was a Fatal Frame game of all things. If you think about it, it makes quite a bit of sense. First of all, Nintendo had just acquired the Fatal Frame property at this time, and the main mechanic slash gimmick of the games is the Camera Obscura, which is the main character's weapon for each game. And yes, you heard me right, weapon. It's really weird, but that's not the point of this right now. The point is, this game exists. Spirit Camera, The Cursed Memoir, is a spin-off of that series, making use of the cameras and gyro sensors of the 3DS. The gameplay revolves around you using the Diary of Faces, which is a legit thing you need to beat the game. That's actually a piece of paper. Quite odd, but I digress. You take pictures of the ghosts and ghouls in order to capture them and save those who were trapped in this old house. To boil it down, the game is just essentially this.
Oh man, I sure love this Space Raiders game. I mean, Fatal Fury. I'm shooting ghost horror thingies. Woohoo. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Ooh. This isn't just some overgeneralization of a dumb, stupid gimmick game on the Nintendo 3DS. That's a spin-off of the Fatal Frame series. What did we learn today? We learned today that Nintendo sure does love bringing those gimmicks into their systems at all possible times, but they can't really keep a stable lineup or actually use any of these gimmicks for any good purpose. So basically, all of my characters... Man, do I love these self-deprecation jokes.
I genuinely wish more games used this technology. I think it was really impressive for Nintendo to attempt something of this scale at all. I mean, we are talking about a 240p brick that just so happens to have Metroid Prime Federation Force. I think without Nintendo's endeavors in 2011 for the 3DS, they wouldn't even attempt to do something like that for Pokemon Go. I mean, geez, that game is impressive. AR technology, wherever you go throughout the world, I think it all sort of started with the 3DS in some way, personally.
Well, you know, I thought this whole gimmick thing would be very interesting to try, so... I'm pretty sure this is Mega Profit, baby.